Welcome to Viral Twist, a stolen truck, police on its tail, and a chase wilder than Houston traffic on a Friday night.
Plenty of police right behind. And you know what's going to make this especially dangerous as well, Don, is that all of those wet roads out there, you can clearly see they're a little damp in places. And with that rain as well falling, you know, if this guy starts taking corners really, really fast, especially in a pickup, he might be losing control of it. And we certainly hope that doesn't happen. But here he comes up.
Okay, now he's going into a busy intersection. Wow, he just narrowly missed that car there.
Barely.
Yeah, and you can see now he's running into some traffic. Of course, this is rush hour, and you would expect a lot of cars out there, but he is flying through there. It looks like some of the police officers are now a little bit ways behind him, so he seems to have picked up speed. Is that right, Don?
Yeah, it does appear that way, and he did run through that red light back there at that last intersection. So he's definitely on the run from Houston police this afternoon. We don't know what started this. We do know that it started just about 10 minutes ago, so we're early on into this chase. Let's hope and keep our fingers crossed that this ends peacefully as we cross another intersection there. But you did notice that he did slow down as he went through there, Art, with the wet streets, as you mentioned.
You know, it's just so dangerous. We know how these things end, Don. We've just seen so many of them. And especially you have someone just driving out of control, way over the speed limit, passing stop signs or stop lights, and then driving. Fortunately, he's not driving through a residential area, but look at him
right
on the
now,
other
he's
side
on the
of the
wrong
road.
side of the road, exactly.
Other side of the road, just zooming
cars.
right past all of those intersections. I'm glad he's more in an industrial. Well, now he's not in an industrial.
No, it looks like he's moved into a neighborhood. Yeah.
This is clearly residential now.
And it always makes you wonder when they decide to go into residential neighborhoods or these areas that they know so that they know the streets. But at this point, the police right on his tail there. So, again, he is weaving around cars there. Most of those are parked, fortunately, but you can see people pulling over another turn.
Is that the West Loop or, I mean, the East Loop?
That's 225.
That's 220.
Highway 225, Little Port Freeway.
All right, this is, we're being told by our producer that there was a traffic stop and this truck is stolen. So that is the basis, we presume, for why they are chasing him at this point. He took off at that traffic stop. It looks as though, and I'm not sure which road this is right now. Are we back on 225?
This is 225.
And
yes, this is 225.
All right, he's now on the shoulder
So
there.
is he going, he's going eastbound, so he's headed, is he eastbound? Yeah. Don?
They're headed westbound.
Oh, he's headed westbound.
Yeah, the westbound up here. I'm going to widen out, so we should be getting close to the loop up here.
You're going to be right. So if he's headed westbound on 225, that means he is still southeast Houston, but he's eventually going to be hitting the east loop, and he's just going to be running into more and more traffic on a Friday afternoon at 5:20. Look at him. Just in and out of traffic from one shoulder to the next.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a determined getaway driver trying to, and we have confirmed that it's a stolen vehicle, but trying to get away. And we know how these things are going to end, but we just pray and hope that it doesn't end in a wreck that involves injuries.
Well, and it looks like he almost hit that van there.
Look at that.
Yeah, as he continues to now try to switch over to another lane and just keep going at that speed.
Boy,
yeah, and you always wonder what's going through their minds is if they think, okay, I'm going to be the one guy that gets away.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. We can tell it right now, you know. But you're right, Mel. They sit there and think, okay, I think I can get. They don't realize that there are 24 officers behind them, that there are officers in front of them. Eventually, they're going to lay down the spike strips. And, Don, there are helicopters above as well. So everyone's watching this guy, and yet he thinks, okay, I'm going to get away.
I'm going to be the one.
What kind of absurdity is that? Don, as he is headed westbound here, he's going to be approaching the West Loop, or the East Loop, excuse me. There it is right there.
There he goes. It looks like he's taking off towards the loop.
So now
at this hour is usually even more crowded.
Now that's the exit ramp to the northbound East Loop.
Yeah, northbound on the East Loop
now. He's going to get stuck in traffic over here because of the time of day, and it's a Friday afternoon.
That's what I was thinking as well, Don. He's going to really run into some heavy traffic now. Elisa Rivas, I believe, is here and is going to take a look at some of the traffic there. We're going to grab her in just a moment as we continue to watch this truck really moving along.
Yeah, look at that. But the East Loop is, at least when you're headed northbound on the East Loop at this hour, it's not going to be as crowded, and clearly it's not, because he is pushing along a speed of at least 80 miles an hour. If everyone's going 65, 70, and he's passing some of those vehicles almost as if they're standing still. He's a pretty good clip there. How fast are you going, Don?
We're doing about 100 miles an hour, but we're quite a distance away from him, trying to stay out of the way of HPD helicopter and stuff. So I can tell you there's the Ship Channel Bridge. But from my past experience, he's going to run into traffic up here as he approaches I-10, the Baytown East Freeway, if not sooner.
Right. And you wonder which way he's going to go if he takes one of the East Freeway there, whether he's going to be going east or west on the 10 freeway, or he's just going to continue to go straight on northbound on 610. Eventually doing that, he's going to run into 59 or even I-45.
Well, so far he's actually run into some clear stretches of freeway, and I suspect, of course, Don would be way too far away to hear, but I suspect the sirens are going pretty good, and people can certainly see the lights behind them, and they're probably kind of parting the ways to let these folks through, figuring this is not something they want to get involved with.
Yeah.
And once again, you see him there almost over on the shoulder. It looks like the left shoulder.
Yeah, the traffic is moving slower there, Don, as you mentioned, but he's driving right there on that shoulder.
And as you know, when you're in your vehicle, you have the radio going, you're talking to your family members or anybody else in the car with you, people not completely aware of what's happening. And even if they are, how can they maneuver or go a different way? You are just hoping that this person gets by you safely. But yes, as you're going northbound on the East Loop, you're coming out of the Port of Houston, lots of industrial traffic headed toward the North Loop, and then you're really getting into commuter traffic. And so people that are going north to Humboldt, north to the Woodlands, are trying to catch that off of the North Loop. So traffic's not going to ease up as everybody heads outbound. He's picked the northbound lanes, and this is going to be a problem for law enforcement to keep up with him, as well as all of the commuters around them.
And there he goes there on the shoulder once again with the police officers behind him. I'm imagining they have not been able to get anybody in front of him to throw out spike strips.
Yeah, that's kind of difficult during this rush hour traffic. But to update everyone and those of you who have just joined us, watching a high-speed chase, it began about 20 minutes ago. This white pickup, which is stolen, has been on the run. There are just a couple of dozen officers behind him chasing him. He has been weaving in and out of traffic, just narrowly missing so many vehicles, going at a really fast clip now, as you can see, right there on the East Loop, headed northbound. So he's going to be approaching I-10 here, if he hasn't already, probably very soon. So we only have a couple of minutes left in this broadcast. We're warning you now that we're going to get off of this picture, but you can join us on abc13.com. to catch all of the action of this play-by-play here of this guy who is determined to try and get away.
Yeah, we're going to continue to stream live, so you can even go there now. Once again, Lisa's standing here as we look at all of these trucks that are there. As you mentioned, a lot of industrial traffic coming from the Ship Channel area, and just a lot of people trying to get out of there, get home. And clearly the concern right now by all of those officers is that no one gets hurt as this guy continues to speed along. It almost looked as though he veered pretty close there to that white car, but apparently they did not make contact. But again, this has got to be the scariest thing possible as you're riding along, heading home, and you look in your rearview mirror, and this is coming at you at top speed.
Right, and as you approach these major interchanges, it becomes even more dangerous because people are looking to make their exit to another freeway. They're not looking for somebody like this trying to get away from law enforcement. You see passing McCarty, 90 there, so you're making that curve as you head toward the North Loop in that area. And it's very difficult to...
Oh, he's getting off his
McCarty.
Let's see what he does here, because this sort of divides as well. He'll have the chance to get on 90 from this as well, and 90 freeway will take him another direction over to kind of the Liberty area.
Still a heavily...
now he's approaching an intersection there.
So still a heavily industrial area.
There.
Okay, just to warn, we're going to continue to track it for you. In about 25 seconds, we'll be breaking away to World News Tonight with David Muir, but he has
It looks like he stopped at this point, and now one of the officers getting out of their car and walking over there.
Don't